Hi, Pat. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How's all this publicity treating you?
It's been a crazy few days. I've been telling the guys here in the clubhouse they've been giving me a little bit of a hard time about it. I told them a couple more days and everybody will forget all about it. So it's usually the first week there's a wave and then it just kind of slows down.
How many years did you spend in the minors?
This would have been my 7th full season. I was drafted in 2008.
How close did you come to saying, you know what, time to get a job?
There were nights where that thought crossed my mind, but there was never really any concrete moments where I thought it's time to pick up and go do something else. I had a goal in mind, and I was really focused on getting here, and fortunately, finally did.
When you got that call, how did it go?
Yeah, that was a special night. I found out that we were at home in Nashville the other night, and the manager had brought me into the office and told me, and it was a special moment to be able to go tell my wife and then call my dad on the phone, who's been such a big part of this, and the rest of my family. It's can't really put it into words.
And when did you know that you're capable of throwing both right-handed and left-handed at a major league level or even minor league level?
Yeah, I was 3 years old. I'm a natural right-hander. My dad had the idea to develop my left side. So I never really had maybe a thought in mind about that growing up. Obviously when you're younger, you just think everybody makes the major leagues as long as you practice. So you just kind of go with it. But I would say I was 21 when I really thought that I could be out here and get professional hitters out.
But I think people viewed it as a gimmick. I didn't know if that hurt you because people looked at you that way instead of somebody who did have a chance to pitch.
Yeah, anytime you're different, you're viewed differently. And in this game, I'm about as different as they come. So it is my job to go out there and prove otherwise. I had to do that from every level, from rookie ball to AAA. And, now here it's no different. It's all performance-based. If you're not getting the job done, you're not going to be here. So I think that goes away with good performance.
When the call to the bullpen goes out, what is the signal if bringing you in?
You know what? We haven't had a double barrel situation yet where I've been warming up alongside of somebody else. I am excited to see what Bob Melvin does, though, for my call. We haven't got into that yet, so hopefully it happens here.
What hand are you holding the phone with?
Right now, left.
Yes.
Coffee in the right.
Yes. Okay. All right. I said you were going left, even though right hand is your dominant.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Right-handed, I'm dominant.
If you were going to lose an arm in a farming accident, which one would you want to lose?
Ooh, that's a good question. What's my job on the farm?
You're running a combine.
Running a cow. Got to lose my left one. I drive with my right arm.
Yeah, but there's always room for a left-handed pitcher, Pat.
That's true, but
you could buy a driver.
That's true. I never thought of that. See, I got to start thinking outside the box a little bit here.
Yeah, I don't know if you're getting these kind of questions here, but they're eventually going to run out of, hey, you pitch right-handed and left-handed. What's the strangest question you've got, or did I just ask it?
I get a lot of them. I've gotten so many, and the way it worked here on the first day of spring training down in Arizona, we were stretching, and, guys started asking a couple questions, just from, what hand do you shave with, what hand do you, brush your teeth with. So, the guys kind of got together. They're like, we're going to get them all out right now. So with about the first 15 minutes of stretch, I just took down all the crazy questions that the guys have. So, anymore, it's not really brought up much.
Did you get a copy of that newspaper in Oregon that said that you were amphibious?
I don't have a copy of it yet, but I did see that and all the flack that guy's catching. And I don't know if he's going off the Yogi Berra comment or what. I hope he's not getting too much flack for that because I think he was going somewhere with that.
Were any resemblance to what life was like in the minors to the movie Bull Durham?
That's a pretty hardcore version of it. There are certain cities you go to where that's what it's like. With the Yankees, I came up with the Yankees, so I was fortunate enough to be in a situation where they take pretty good care of their minor leaguers. And then being here with Oakland, we were playing in a brand new ballpark in Nashville, so life wasn't too terrible. Don't feel too bad for me.
Where was the moment though in the minors? Did you face anybody where you went, you know what, this is where it just got real?
I was in high A, and I remember facing Troy Gloss. He was on a rehab assignment, and just watching the ball come off his bat, it was just night and day different than the 20-year-olds I was playing against at the time, and that kind of gave me a perspective of what it would be like if I one day got here. And now, with these lineups the way they are, 1 through 9, they're every guy in this lineup has pop and can do it all. So,
what's it going to be like to pitch in Yankee Stadium?
Coming up in their system, for 7 years, I played that thought in my head daily, what it was going to be like running out of that bullpen. I never played it running out of the visiting bullpen, but it's looking like that's going to be the way it's going to have to be. But, when that day gets here, that's still a month off. There's a lot of games before that, but that's going to be a special day as well. Who
came up with the 6-finger glove? And by the way, people have said that you have 6 fingers. Can we confirm that, Pat? Do you have 6 fingers?
I'm counting them right now.
Okay.
I'm only getting 5 here on both.
Count again.
Double check it. And then now, Mizuno had a glove for Greg Harris when I was 7 years old, so 1992. And then that was when I got my first Mizuno glove. They had already had the design in place, so it's not like I came up with this glove design or anything like that. But my dad traced my hand and faxed it to Osaka, Japan, where their headquarters were. And about 2 months later, I had my first ambidextrous glove, and I've just been using those ever since. And, if I go to put on one of the other guys' gloves here, it just feels off because I'm so used to using that glove with the extra finger.
Did you ever talk to Greg Harris about pitching right-handed, left-handed?
Yeah, he's reached out to me, and we've been able to be in touch this year, and he's been very supportive of what I'm doing. It was something that he took very serious, and I think from an outsider's perspective, people could maybe see it as him just trying to gain attention, but it was it was personal to him. He wanted to prove that he could do it, and he's glad that I'm getting the opportunity on this stage.
Would you have 2 baseball cards, one right-handed or one left-handed? How does that work?
I don't know yet. The first one hasn't come out. I've only been up here about a week. We'll see. The guys were joking with me. They're saying I should demand a hologram for the first one, so we'll see what we get into. What
was your last paycheck in the minor leagues?
My last paycheck, it was, let's see, it's about $5,000.
And is that every 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's every 2 weeks.
What was the smallest paycheck you got in the minors?
For the first 7 years, you're on the minimum. So it goes $1,100 per month in single A, all the way up to you cap out at $2,200 in AAA. So that's what I was making up until this season. Nice.
Have you gotten your first big league paycheck yet?
I have not.
What are you going to do with it?
I have no specific plans in mind. So probably just put in the bank for now. Hopefully I can collect quite a few of them, but we'll see what happens.
You know what you do, Pat? You buy a Rolex for both arms.
That seems like a wise investor, right?
Yes, absolutely. Splurge, and then get a large medallion that you'll have underneath your uniform.
All right. If you got a guy for that, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll go through him.
I know somebody who knows somebody. Hey,
perfect.
Congrats. Good luck, and hopefully you stay a long time. And thanks for joining us, Pat.
Hey, I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right, Pat Venditte, the Oakland A's pitcher.